Hello, everyone. Good evening. Hello. Today we are going to have a discussion about motivation in positive psychology. Could I see each of yours face? It's so strange to couldn't see any one of you. Okay. Today we are going to discuss about motivation. Let's see a video. Mm. Mm. Okay. This is a video about the nature. It is a video to introduce uh, how to grow natural food in Taiwan. And there are some farmers, they grow up healthy food in their farm, but they earn just a little bit of money, but they are very happy to do this for their reason. And this is the tea ceremony in Japan. I think Japan tea ceremony is very special, and some young people also great to learn Japanese tea ceremony. But why people do this? Why people do this? Why people do what they are doing? This is what we are going to discuss in today's lesson. First of all, we are going to discuss what is motivation. Motivation is an internal state that active, direct, and maintain the person's behavior towards certain goal or end. It contrasts with a motivation, which is a state of empathy or listlessness. In this way, motivation describe how people are willing to doing something or why people do something. The most famous motivation theory is about Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of need. Hi- Maslow's hierarchy of need include five levels. Maslow's hierarchy of need is usually depicted as a hierarchy level within a pyramid, which is self-actualization, esteem needs, belongingness and love needs, safety needs, physiological needs. Maybe some of you already hear about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Physiology, Physiological needs are biological requirements for human survival. Usually it refers to air, food, drink, shelter, clothing, wounds, or sleep. Safety needs refer to the needs that people want to experience order, predictable, and control in their life. Love and belongingness refer to the human emotion need, such as the love between parents and children or the love between husband and wife. Esteem needs are the fourth level in Maslow's hierarchy, which is also include self-worth, accomplishment, or respect. Self-actualization needs are the highest level in Maslow's hierarchy, which refer to the realization of a person's potential, self-fulfillment, or seeking personal growth. The bottom four level are referred as the deficiency needs in Maslow's hierarchy of need. When these needs are not met, they cause distress. The fourth level, the fifth level in Maslow's hierarchy of need is the growth need, which also called actualization need. It refers to fulfilling one's true human potential. However, uh, according to Maslow's hierarchy of need, we need fulfill the bottom four level need before we fulfill the growth need. Deficiency need refer to the basic survival need, which include physiological need or safety, love, or esteem. Maslow initially states that individuals must satisfy lower level deficiency needs before they progress to meet higher level growth need. So in this way, usually people can learn after they are full, they have enough sleep, they are emotional healthy. So according to Maslow's theory, uh, if we want to motivate students learning, we need take care of their basic need. Growth needs are more psychological and is usually about realizing an individual's full potential and need to self-actualize. These needs are achieved more through intellectual and creative behaviors. However, growth need is not a lack of something, but a desire to grow up as a person. So once these growth needs have been satisfied, one may be able to reach the highest level called self-actualization. So according to Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of need, um, uh, there are five levels, but finally, Abraham Maslow correct his original model. Then he adds three level into his original model. He adds three level: cognitive need, aesthetic need, and transcendence need. Cognitive need refer to knowledge and understanding, curiosity, exploration, need for meaning, and predictability. Aesthetic need refer to appreciation and search for beauty, balance, form, something like that. Fulfilling this need lead to a deeper sense of satisfaction and harmony in life. He also another level, which is transcendence need. Transcendence need refer to a person's need whi- when a person is motivated by value that transcend beyond the personal self, beyond self-actualization, they represent the human desire to connect with higher reality, purpose, or universe. So So, according to Maslow's theory, some people can achieve the state of self-actualization. A person is always becoming but not remain static in this tense. In self-actualization, a person comes to find a meaning in life that is important to them. It's also very important to note that self-actualization is a continual process of becoming rather than a perfect state that one can reach. But however, Maslow believes that there are only 2% of people can reach the state of actualization statement. Maslow also identified 15 characteristics of a self-actualization. This kind of person always perceive reality effectively and can tolerate uncertainty. They always accept themselves and others for what they are. They spontaneously in thought and action. They are problem centered, not self centered. They have unusual sense of humor. They are able to look at life objectively. They are highly creative. They can resist to they didn't they are resistant to enculturation, but not purposely unconventionally. They concern the welfare of humanity. They are capable of deep application of basic life experience. They also establish deep satisfying interpersonal relationship with other people. They uh, they tend to have peak experience. They um they usually had a democratic attitude, and they usually have a strong moral standards. So, if a person achieves self-actualization, they tend to experience life like a child and completely accept their life with full absorption and concentration. They are always trying new things instead of stick to a very stiff pace. They listen to other people's feeling. They didn't. They avoid pretense, and being sincere and honest. They are ready to be unpopular if they view they are not the same as other people. They didn't have same opportunity. They didn't have same viewpoint with the majority. They usually can take responsibility and work hard. They can they try to identify your defense and have the courage to give them up. So, in this way, could you provide some example that can demonstrate Maslow's hierarchy of need within an educational setting or working settings. I think maybe some people have already read Maslow's article. Do you have already read it before? If yes, we can go through it very quick. Oh, if you heard Maslow before, please raise your hand. 凤仪 and Xinyu probably read Maslow's theory before. Do you?
Professor said, I'm Fongyi. Actually, I heard Maslow hierarchy before, but only 5 levels. Today, Professor Xie show us the 8 levels is quite details. And then for answer this question about the working setting, to me, as a preschool teacher, why the preschool teacher in Singapore they really job hops, which is they maybe work in the same center less than a year or maybe just a short terms because they didn't feel fulfill the needs of the basic one because the pay that they got maybe got some how to say called comparison, so they will hop to other center that give them higher pay. Then this is to for them to fulfill their incomes to satisfy their life. So 就是生活上的那个需求比较需要。So they will go for the those center that who will pay them higher. Yeah, this is what I think. Thank you.
Yeah. So if we could not satisfy our basic need for survival, it's very difficult for us to achieve self-actualization. I want to be a volunteer teacher in Malaysia someday, or in India, or in Tibet maybe. But someday, after my children grow up, and I have enough money to supply my life when I am old. But if I cannot satisfy the basic need, I cannot truly fulfill my potential, I think. But I think most people are the same. So could other people give us some example that can explain, that can apply to our professional setting? For example, your company, your classroom. Oh, yes. I think Annie should have something to say. Could Would you like to say it to us? I saw your message. Is your computer okay to speak? Okay. Sometimes for college students, I think our university should support students more computer because computer is quite expensive. Some people didn't have enough money to buy so many products. So, oh. Okay. I think the for me is a little bit confused, but we can also read it. In a family setting, maybe a parent can think about how to motivate children with physiological need or safety need or social need and esteem need and self-actualization need. In a company, a manager can also motivate the employees with physiology needs or safety needs, social needs, esteem needs, or self-actualization needs. And in educational setting, before a student's cognitive need can be met, they must first fulfill their basic survival need. For example, a tired children, a hungry children cannot cannot read book very well. Maybe he or she will find it very difficult to focus on learning. Students need to feel emotional support and physically safe, then accept within in a classroom before they can make progress and reach their full potential. Therefore, Maslow suggests students must be sure that they are valued and respected in the classroom, and the teacher should create a supportive environment to support students' learning. Sometimes a student with a low self-esteem will not make progress academically because their basic self-esteem need is not focused yet. So being a teacher, we can try this way to help students according to Maslow's hierarchy of need in the classroom. Number one, ensure students have access to water, food, restaurant break, and movement. Allow a flexible seating, enough food, and adequate break. Consider to safety need. Teachers should maintain an orderly classroom with clear expectation, prevent bullying, build trust through consistency and fairness, allow students to make mistakes safely. Uh, Teachers also need to facilitate community and collaboration, help students to focus on teamwork through group projects, and also very important to know students' name and their background, appreciate their diversity backgrounds. Teachers also need to recognize students' strengths and progress. Moreover, teachers also need to help students to pursue interests creatively and encourage students to make some good try to demonstrate their potential. So why Maslow's hierarchy of needs important? Maslow's theory give teachers a way to look at people's need. For example, um, Maslow's hierarchy of need theory is today widely accepted in health, in education, in social work as a framework for help students. Because Maslow's theory is quite common, so we go through it very quick. However, when we talk about motivation, we always begin with Maslow's hierarchy of need. Today, we are going to discuss of another type of motivation, which is intrinsic versus extrinsic motivation. When we can consider why do people do the things they do, we need to consider what are their motivator. Their motivator can be divided into two types, which are intrinsic versus extrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation describes being motivated to behave just for the pleasure of doing something. For example, a young children maybe enjoy reading, enjoy playing, or enjoy go to school because he can see his friends. This is an example of intrinsic motivation. On the other hand, extrinsic motivation refers to being driven to act as a result of receiving an external reward of some kind. For example, children may be people go to work because they need money. Students maybe study hard because they like the prize or they like the gift that teacher give them, or they like the repopulation recognition of teacher. While extrinsic reward can be beneficial in shaping students' behavior, students' intrinsic motivation is things more influential. It can influence students' behavior for more long time. For example, if we back to the reading example, if a student is paid to read book, which is an intrinsic reward, they will likely to read books. But however, if the reward is taken away, for example, teacher or their parents didn't pay students to read, they will more likely to stop reading. However, if students are internally motivated to read, they read book because they just like reading. An external reward isn't required in this case, and their behavior can continue, can substance over time for a very long time. So in this sense, internal motivation suppose a person's sense of autonomy and independence. So it makes students to do something for a long time. Intrinsic motivation refers to purpose, is about purpose, interest, mastery, curiosity, pride. But extrinsic motivation is about money, point, grade, career, exams. Intrinsic motivations example include going to work because you want to earn money, study because you want to get a good grade, helping other people because you hope for praise. Extrinsic motivation is about playing sport because you enjoy how you feel in playing sports, or staying longer at work because you just believe in your work value, traveling around the world because you want to explore different cultures. So it's very easy to understand the difference between intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation. Then we want to move to another theory, which is self-determination theory. Self-determination theory is a young theory, which is talk about a person's autonomy. However, self-determination theory is also talk about intrinsic and extrinsic motivation.
My name is Edward Deasy. I'm a motivational psychologist, and for the last 40 years or so, Richard Ryan and I have worked together to develop, test, refine, elaborate a theory of motivation, development, and wellness that we call self-determination theory. It is not only the two of us who've been working on it, of course. There are literally hundreds of psychologists from around the world who've participated in the process. Self-determination theory begins by making an important distinction. Most people who think about psychology think about it as a unitary concept. Namely, it's something that differs just in amount. How can I get someone more motivated to do something? How can I get that person less motivated to do something? Really, the focus is always on amount. But from the beginning, Ryan and I have believed that it was important to think about types of motivation rather than the amount of motivation. Our primary distinction is between what we call autonomous motivation and controlled motivation. Autonomous motivation describes or names what you're doing when you're feeling a full sense of willingness, volition, and choice. Whatever the activity is, if you're doing it with a real sense of interest, enjoyment, and value, then it's likely that you're autonomously motivated. In contrast is controlled motivation. Controlled motivation refers to doing something in order to get some reward or to